say ha. I can do that in German. We can't do that in English. But they are even a little different now.
Hi. Hi, Ivan. That's very, very exciting. I never did a Swedish interview on Skype so far, so it's much
Yeah, okay. It's a very wonderful opportunity to be able to interview you and meet you. That's very big.
Thank you very much. I'm very excited.
Okay, could you describe your book, Reckless, with 3 words?
Whoa, tap.
Yeah.
Brother saves brother.
Brother saves brother. I would say 3 words.
Okay.
Okay, second one. From where do you get your inspiration?
With this one, I actually got the first idea from a friend who also worked with me on the book. So it was the very first time I worked with somebody on a book, which I found very exciting, I have to say. The idea was, what if all the fairy tales are in our world because they're actually true in another, and we just heard about them in some very weird way? So I loved that idea.
What do you consider your best strengths as an author? What are you good at?
I think it's my endless patience with a sentence.
If, for example, in a drawing, after a while, after 2 or 3 hours, I get impatient and I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. With a writing, that never happens. I just want to get better and better and better.
Why did you become an author?
Because I was a very bored illustrator, Ivan. I didn't like the stories they sent me. I didn't like them at all. So one night I sat down and thought I can try to write my own story.
Okay, how did you construct the world behind the mirror, and how would you describe it?
I would describe it as a kind of a 19th century Europe that suddenly was influenced by somebody coming through a mirror from a very modern world. And on the other hand, it's a 19th century world like it has never been, because the fairy tales are all alive. So you have unicorns, you have dwarves, you have rieslings, you have fairies, you have a wild mix of everything we only imagine sometimes, and sometimes maybe wish to be true.
I wonder one thing. You're born in Germany, but do you write your books in German or in English?
I do write in German. In English, I can't write.
I can write a letter, I can write a speech, but what you need if you are a writer, you have to break the rules sometimes. You have to, break the grammar rules. And in English, I never know whether I can do it or not.
Okay. Authors always say that they can't really choose their best book they've written. Maybe you could tell us about your most difficult book.
Oh, yes, I do. I can.
And actually, it is true. I always say my best book is always the one I'm working on because it's so close to your heart at that point. You can't really, right? So, but I would say the toughest books were The Thief Lord and Reckless, because both times I changed my style. So each time you learn something new as a writer, or you really feel you do a step, away from what you used to do. That's very tough.
Are you, as a person, close to any of the characters in the book? Do you see yourself in them?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm all of them, because that's the fun being a storyteller. You can be a shapeshifter, so you can be in many, many characters, as there are anyway so many characters in ourselves anyway. So what I would say, if I had to choose, I would say I'm closest to Fox, because I would so love to have a fur from time to time. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
Just okay.
Did I ask you about this? Which part of the book was your favorite?
Yeah, I would say I have 2 favorite chapters. It's Whispering Stone. It's when Will hears the stone speak to him for the first time. I love that one. And I also love the fairy on the train, when the modern world and her magical world in a way collide.
Okay.
But there are many things. I like the gingerbread house. I like the thorn castle. I can't really decide.
We are actually making a kind of a theater of your book here when we're going to release it. We are making like 4 small scenes when we're showing all the characters and what they do and what they mean and so on. And it's quite interesting. Do you think that's a good way of showing your book?
That's a brilliant way. Can I see a video of that?
Of course you can.
Which scenes did you pick?
Some from the beginning of the book, because we don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
You're just explaining the girls and the mirror world.
Fox and Jacob and Will.
He plays Jacob.
I'm Jacob.
Oh, yes, you look like a Jacob. Yes.
Clara.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's fun. And we use some fairy tale music that makes the whole thing quite more effective and so on.
Oh my god, so exciting.
Okay.
It was really nice talking to you.
Really nice.
Very nice talking to you. It's so wonderful to talk with children for a change. I have so many interviews with grown-ups. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. Have a very nice day.
You too. And I can't wait to see the video.
Absolutely. We'll show it to you. Goodbye.
Perfect. Goodbye.
Bye.